Well, who needs new signing? It's the old boys doing the job for West Brom this season, including a Karlan Grant redemption arc. We're discussing that and the fantastic start to the season on Where Baggies Walk with Dan, Aaron, and Dean. And we're so glad you're joining us with us. World titles. What a week for the Baggies. Wolves get battered. Another win for the Baggies and new signings made and on the way. Can't find three happier fans. How are you, Dan, Aaron, and Dean? All good?
Yeah, great, mate. Thank you.
Buzzing.
Let's get straight.
Very nice one.
Let's get straight into it then. Hey, Dan, Stoke's a horrible place to go to, so to come away with 3 points. Not many teams are going to do that this season, but well done. What impressed you the most?
I think the thing that impressed us most was Karlan Grant's redemption, and then just like the whole outlook of the Stoke got the equaliser. Our edge didn't drop or anything. We just carried on the way we were playing, and just even by watching, like you knew that we were fine, and we was always going to get the win at the end.
There was some tackles going in that game. Aaron, I think you pointed out to a couple from Botter and so on. This West Brom side look like they mean business this season. I think I'm doing a disservice by saying they've played some weaker teams. I actually think you're going to win the league.
Well, I mean, we played some quite decent teams, if I'm honest. I mean, we haven't done too badly. I mean, 7 points from 9 in your first 3. I don't think you can really have much to grumble about that. Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, the tackles that they're putting in the weekend, it shows the desire. I mean, 2 players that come on as well, it shows that they're wanting to state their names and put themselves about so they can get a chance in the first team, even starting. And that's what you want to see from a player coming on. You know, you want to see some desire, and you want to see some ability to see out a game, especially at a place like Stoke as well.
Let's talk about Karlan Grant, shall we, a second then, Dean. I'm sure you're not the only Baggies fan. I'm sure that will be surprised at what's happening this season. But to what level are you surprised?
I'm amazed, to be honest. I mean, he owes us a lot. He owes us more than 3 good performances. 18 million over 6 years. We're still paying Barnsley a couple of £1 million a year for him. So he owes us big time after doing pretty much nothing for a few years. But this is what we do. We send them out on loan for a year, as we did with Kipre and Mowat. They come back and a different player. So it's happening again, and hopefully long may it continue.
It's weird, isn't it? You make all these signings, Dan, and then the only player, I think I've got this right, that he's actually started is Hegem. All these other new players have either joined from the bench or haven't even made it onto the bench yet. It's remarkable, isn't it? But I suppose it shows that just where the squad is at the moment. Do you think all the signings and the competition for places is making your old guard just step up a little bit?
Yeah, it must be. 'Cause I mean, I'm sure if you've been there a couple of years and you see all these new faces coming in, you must think, my place is up for grabs here. I best pull my finger out, so to say. And it does actually show on the pitch now that even the players that have been there a long time now are stepping up to the mark. But then you got the likes of Hegem coming in, and it's just a joy to see. To be honest, that this new guy's come in and he's literally took the fans by storm.
Linda Gooch will be happy to see the back of Tom Fellows. I feel like we're turning this into the Fellows appreciation.
He's not that good. He's not that good.
No, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone.
But he ran Stoke ragged, Aaron, in that game.
No, he didn't.
2 lucky crosses.
To the point where one of my favourite tweets of the weekend was this one from Lee, Furlong and Fellows today. All right, Lee. Sorry, Aaron, you were there. How good was Fellows and Furlong in that instance?
The pair of them, I mean, Fellows, he's outstanding. It just makes it that much sweeter as well. The fact that it's from our academy. I mean, it's every fan's dream to see a player like him, bossing out the wing, putting in crosses, which 9 times out of 10 are going to meet the man, and especially getting 2 assists at a place like Stoke. Lyndon Gooch, to be fair to me, is not a bad player. So for fellows who have ran him ragged and showed him, hit in and out, it's just magical to watch. You can't expect anything less now. I mean, he's putting in performances now where he's setting the bar for himself, and you want to see that bar pushed up and up in it every week. I mean, it's, to be fair to him, I don't think he can do much wrong at the moment. He's playing very well, and long may that continue.
Hegem is a revelation. It continues. Mauer as well, Dean, came in for some applause online.
Who? Sorry, Mark.
Mauer, sorry.
Oh, Mowat, yeah. Oh, yeah, he ran the show, I thought, on Saturday. It's probably one of the best games I've seen him play. A lot more involved. And I don't know, Yakushlu, I really like Yakushlu. And he was a great player. But he did slow things down. And I don't know, we seem a different team without him, to be honest. We seem to be going forward, a lot more urgency. Because Kipre, another great player, but he slowed it down as well. So, it's turning out for the best at the moment. But look out on Saturday. We all know. We all know what happens next.
Well, we'll get on to Swansea in a minute, because you and Swansea have had some right barnstorming games in recent years. Let's have a look at the rest of social media takes then. I can't find anything negative. Oh, I did find one. Here it is. We'll come to it in a second. I like Stu's there. We always beat Stoke. That was a nice one, given that they used to sing a song about you, didn't you? Andy says, Dan, great win. Wonderful place to win on a shoestring with a progressive, worldwide smart recruitment. We've simply improved. I suppose he's attaching that to Hegem. We haven't seen much of the other lads yet, but do you generally feel that there seems to be a lot more sense gone into this recruitment window than previous?
Yeah, definitely. We've definitely recruited in the right areas, especially up top. Even with the likes of Devante Cole coming in, I know we haven't seen much of him, but he's always there as a backup for Madja. And yeah, the recruitment has been really good so far this season.
Okay. And then the negative I did find was from Dude. This was during the game. How's it not 2-2? Moving forward, we look great, but at the back, we are looking very open. Do you still look at games sometimes, Aaron, and think there is work to be done in that back four, back five?
I mean, yeah, there's always improvements all over the pitch, but it comes down mostly to most of the back 4 or 5 at times being, of an age where they're going to get beaten by younger players, quicker players, and they won't do much against them unless they beat them or hit them first time. So that's obviously an issue that needs addressing. And the likes of Hegem coming in, obviously at the moment he's playing left back, which isn't his preferred position to say, but it shows that we're bringing in the right players and having improvements all over the pitch, and I think it's good to see that. I mean, you want that from your recruitment, and it's good to see that. But yeah, defensively, I think at the weekend we were a bit open, but I put that down mostly to us being so expansive and so forward thinking, and we just always wanted to go forward, and we left little at the back. I mean, which is always good to see, but obviously, again, it showed that when Kumas scored, it was a quick break, or it was just it was easy for the defenders. Easy for him to get past the defenders. So
he could have had that trick, to be fair.
Yeah, his dad wouldn't have been very pleased with that, though, would he? Given
Dad needed to tell him to calm down. He's running us ragged.
All right then, Dean. Let's run through some of the other West Brom news of this week. Now, here I'm sure I get my facts right. Callum Styles has been brought in from Barnsley. Do you see that as a? Do you see that as it's not going to be starting very much, is he?
Reading the Barnsley fans' comments doesn't exactly fill you with confidence. We're giving him a 4-year contract, which seems a bit crazy, but we've pretty much taken Barnsley's forward line from last season now with Cole as well. Got a bit of a connection with Barnsley for some reason, with Mowat and DK. I don't know. It's to bolster the squad. We were down to the bare bones, so we've got to pad it out a little bit. And so another striker, Hungarian international. Somebody said he's played 20 odd times for Hungary. I didn't know that was right. But
It's not the name like Callum Styles. You'd imagine he had done, wouldn't it?
an odd Hungarian name, eh?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And Dan as well, another midfielder come in now. I'm going to have my best go at this one. Euros Racic. This is a loan from Italian Serie B club Sassuolo. Yeah, okay. What do you know about him?
Not a fat lot, to be fair, but people have been posting like YouTube videos, like as they do, and he looks like he can score a few goals. And again, probably just to bolster up the midfield. Like Dino said, we were down to the bare bones really at the start of the season. So it is great just to bring in new players. And it's always nice to get a name like that with like the two accents above two consonants. So it's great.
He looks a beast as well.
Yeah, he does actually.
So
yeah, he does.
Eggham's about 6'4", isn't he? Now we got him.
It's like a Tony Pulis team again.
Yeah, corners and goals blows will be.
All right, then Aaron, the last one on transfer then. So deadline day shuts obviously on Friday. You'll be glad to see no offers coming in for fellows, I'm sure. Is there anything West Brom need to get in now before that deadline shuts, or are you all done and dusted and happy with what business you've done?
Mostly happy. I think maybe a striker or winger or a player that can play both would be nice. I mean, with Dean Garner getting injured again, I don't think we know how long he'll be out for this time, but you don't really want to be able to rely on him. I mean, it sounds bad, like, because he's a very good player when he's not injured, like, but that's the fact. You got to wait till when he's playing and he's fit. So a player to replace him would be nice. And I think we've inquired for Will Keane, which it's one of those players where it's a bit like, can you do better? But I think he scored 13 goals last year for Preston, and I don't think Preston finished mid-table like they do every year, so he can't be that bad. And for about $500,000 or whatever it's talked about, I can't really see that being a bad signing. Like, so, yeah, I mean, the striker would be nice to give Madger and Cole some competition, for rotation and plus for injuries as well. And as I said, another winger to cover Dean Garner, and again for any other player that would be to getting injured throughout the season.
Yeah, I think Preston have replied to that saying, well, if you want it, don't come and pay prices from the year 2000. Actually, still got some serious cash. $500,000 for one of the team's main strikers is a little bit derisory, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, I mean,
I know you're skint, but there's no need to take the mick out of it. All right. Dee, just to finish off on that one, anything else you would add? Is Aaron spot on there? Is there anything else you're shopping?
It is. That's pretty much it. I mean, DK's back in training again now. They're talking about him back in October, but obviously we can't hang our hat on that because injury prone is an understatement. But no, I'm fairly happy, to be honest with you. I mean, the subs coming on Saturday, we've got a strong bench, now. All quality players we bought on Saturday.
All right.
So, yeah, it's all looking good.
It is. I'm struggling. Usually on these chats, especially with Dan and Aaron last year, we always find some sort of things to moan about. Well, even you're struggling, Dan, aren't you, to find something?
Wait till Monday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Wait till the game on Saturday. But yeah. It is. It's kind of strange for me actually not to be negative about the Albion for a change. It's like a new me.
Yeah. It's the kits. I always say, the team's got good kits. The fans are happy to start off with, and that just energies.
I got one negative thing about the kit. I've only wore it a handful of times, and already it started to pull. I don't know whether anyone else has noticed that yet.
Right, in the comments below, how's your West Brom kit started?
Yeah,
it's started to fall apart. It's better than the Everton kit where the bloody badge is falling off it.
Oh yeah, comical that was. 2
washes. All right, then let's talk about Swansea then. 3-2. If you're having a bet on this game this weekend, because it always seems to go that way. You love a few goals in this fixture. Aaron, how do you rate Swansea as a side? Do you have them mid-table or fighting relegation like some others do?
Swansea aren't a bad side. I mean, they've got a decent manager in Luke Williams. I think he's he's fairly good. I mean, he's probably at the same level that Swansea seem to find themselves at the moment, which I would say is about 14th to 17th, so a lower mid-table. You know, they're not really the same team they were a few years ago, where when they came down with us, they haven't really pushed much for promotion places or playoffs at the very least anyway. So, they're not a terrible side by any means. I mean, they definitely know how to score a goal. And I mean, as I said, for the fixture that's happened for the past few years, it's been 3-2, or there's been a few goals regardless. But yeah, I think they'll put up a good side. They'll put up a decent game. Like, I mean, at the moment we've done quite well, but there's always that chance that things could go wrong. And it's a team where, in a fixture like this, where, as I say, goals are scored, it's always the chance where Swansea could turn up and beat us. You mean, you never know, really.
Dean, you can have the score predictions then. Your relegated friends.
We'll lose 1-0. It'll be the most Albion thing ever to do after the first 3 games. 2 away wins and a draw against Leeds. You look at them, and I thought, I didn't see where the first point was coming from, to be honest, after the Birmingham friendly. I thought maybe Swansea at home would be the first point on board. No, you watch what happens Saturday. Oh, I really hope I'm wrong, but I've seen it so many times in the past.
Come on! You've had 3 great performances, and you're out the cup. You could have been playing Rotherham at home tomorrow, couldn't you? If you'd have beaten Fleetwood. So there's a positive. You don't have to watch Rotherham.
Forget the cup.
What are you going with then, Dean?
1-0 Swansea.
Oh no!
What's going on? I'm meant to be the negative one.
I was going to say,
I'm not being negative. I'm just being too long.
It's just Albion. That's Albion way, isn't it?
Typical Albion.
It's the Albion way, yeah.
Right,
the most Albion thing ever to do.
I can't believe Dan, I'm coming to you for some positive verses. Go on, give us your score.
I wouldn't exactly call it a positive, but I reckon we'll get a point, and it'll be a bore draw, a 0-0.
Go on, Aaron, save this.
Honestly, after the performance of the weekend, which I'm going to say we're going to take some momentum to that game, and I think we're going to batter them. I'm going to say 4-0 Albion.
There we go. That's what I say. Speaking of battering, did you watch the Chelsea game this weekend?
Sat there.
I didn't know it was a game. What?
Must have missed it. Go watch the highlights. You'll enjoy it. Right. Thanks for watching. Where Baggies walk. Drop your comments below is what you think the score prediction is going to be, and also we're asking what's the best deadline day signing West Brom have ever made. There's been a few that stick in my memory. Any of you would care to venture any of your thoughts? What's the best signing you've had? Nasser Chadley, I think, sticks in my mind. Was it a deadline day?
Was Pereira a deadline day transfer? Am I wrong in saying that?
If he was, that would be up there, wouldn't it?
It was fairly close in the window.
Sorry, one of the worst ones, and it was only a loan signing, was Daniel Sturridge.
I was going to say Montero from Swansea.
Comment below if you've got any better than that. All right. Thanks for watching, fellas, and thanks for you for watching. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you the other side of the Swansea result. Cheers.